Hello and welcome to the Music Scout Podcast with myself, Lewis Fisher, and welcome back to episode 107. And I suppose this is the first time you're listening to this, but welcome back to the Music Scout Podcast, where we are hosting 7 new brand new artists for all of you, all for your ears to listen to. If you've heard of any of these, I give you a massive congratulations, and you clearly know your music, but these are some of the best artists around that I can find, and I'll be bringing them to you most weeks. I won't say every week, most weeks. Anyway, we've got, coming up today, we've got Side 4 Collective opening for us today with Josh Ritter, and we've also got on the way John Paul White, The Snuts, Peach Fuzz, and also a submission, which is the Man and I with their track Bad Publicity, so look forward to that. And then we've got Karine Polwart closing the show for us, so stick around for that with The Whole of the Moon, an absolutely fantastic track from her, really different to everything else I'm playing today as well, so do make sure you stick around for that. But anyway, let's crack on with the first track for you. This is going to be Side 4 Collective featuring Josh Ritter, and this is going to be their single Desperate Days. Do enjoy!
Oh my wounded angel, oh my robbery train, what you lost you never needed anyway. These are breathless nights, these are desperate days, and I need you in a desperate way. I'm a wall of stone, I'm a closed book, baby. You'd never know how you drive me crazy. No, you'd never know till it all came down, just how desperately I need you now. 'Cause these are breathless nights, these are desperate days, and I need you in a desperate way. I'm not the one that you thought you'd want, but I ain't no ghost that's here and gone, no. No, I'm the one who's right here waiting, who's desperate for your invitation. These are breathless nights, these are desperate days, and I need you in a desperate way. These are breathless nights, these are desperate days, and I need you in a desperate way. A desperate way. A desperate way.
Side 4 Collective there, featuring Josh Ritter on vocals, and that was the track Desperate Days. A nice chilled out version there for you, and just a way to introduce the podcast. I'm sure you're all nice and chilled out now, but even just the drums introducing this track, it just sounds like it's really well produced, and just with the piano coming in as well, bringing that melody line, you can't not like that song. That's what I find, you just can't like it, can't not like it. And yeah, Side 4 Collective, pretty new as well. They've only just started up, and Josh Ritter is sort of presenting this project to everyone. So do go and check out this project that Josh Ritter has begun. And he's put out a few singles now, one in 2018 and the rest in 2019. So still new music to come for 2020, but I'm sure there will be some stuff on the way. So the bronze medal are going to be next with the track Room and Wine, and this is coming from their album Darlings. Do enjoy.
lights were overrated in the room I'd hate. The lights were changing, they come and they go. We don't know who they are. In a beehive, all in a haze, and with the long harsh lights climbing the panes, and we're dumb and we don't see the sun coming up. Help me down, help me down. Think I need some steady ground. Let me loose, but hang around in the corners of my heart. We still call this loving time, when the words have all run dry, and the day has took your sun, and the cold has took your mind. We still call this loving time. Well, I don't doubt you won't try. Just keep me calm under warming lights. You're feeling anxious and overwhelmed. You're coming round and you're trying too hard. You don't wanna sit down, and you just hum to yourself. And all we needed was a room and some wine, a little something just to pass out the time. We were out till dawn, humming in the hall all along. We still call this loving time, when the words have all run dry, and the day has took your sun, and the cold has took your mind. We still call this loving time. Well, I don't doubt you won't try. Just keep me calm under warming lights. How long can we keep this hanging on the curb by your door, and on the corner of your road? Oh. Help me down, think I need some steady ground. Let me loose, hang around in the dull corners of my heart. We still call this loving time, when the words have all run dry, and the day has took your sun, and the cold has took your mind. We still call this loving time. Well, I don't doubt you won't try. Just keep me calm under warming lights. Hurry home, hurry home, hurry home, hurry home.
Bronze medal there with the track Room and Wine that's coming off of their album Darlings. And this is a Bristol-based quintet, and they're formed in 2009 following a 6-week backpacking trip through Europe, of which vocalist Chris Heller and Robin Southwell funded by busking whilst they travelled. And together they've combined influences from The National, Radiohead and The War on Drugs to set the tone of their slow-burning indie rock. Much like their patient approach to their sound, they were equally patient in the opportunity to release music. They started out by playing local shows and venues across the UK before they were eventually offered slots at festivals such as 2000 Trees, my local festival, and the BBC Introducing Stage at Reading. So they have taken their time. They've been around since 2009, and they definitely deserve your ears. And so go check out the rest of their music. It was a fantastic track, and even more fantastic is the next track. To be fair, every track on this episode I've just been really, really proud to have found. And the bronze medal have about 11,000 streams a month, which, you know, in terms of streaming isn't that much, but it definitely warrants me to give them your time and your attention and your ears just to try and support them, because that's what this is all about at the end of the day. And especially with things like The Great Escape coming up, that is literally like a Christmas for me. So I'm hopefully going to The Great Escape, fingers crossed, and I look forward to going there. But next we've got John Paul White, and this is going to be the track The Good Old Days.
There's something going down in this simple place I grew up in. Boots are on the ground, saying happy days are here again. There's something in the air. The deaf can't hear, the blind can't see. Nostalgia everywhere. Say let's get back to how it used to be, before we head down that road. Tell me something I don't know. Oh, what's so good about the good old days? Yeah, what's so good about the good old days? It's taken oh so long for the world to start to understand the true and equal worth of every woman and every man. We got so very far to go, so tell me something I don't know. Oh, what's so good about the good old days? Yeah, what's so good about the good old days? Something going down in this simple place I grew up in. It's burning to the ground, and it will never be the same again. The past is ash and dust. Our best days are in front of us. Oh, what's so good about the good old days? Yeah, what's so good about the good old days? Tell me what's so good about the good old days? Yeah, what's so good about the good old days?
John Paul White there with the track The Good Old Days. That's coming off of his album The Hurting Kind, which came out in 2019 off his own record label. Yes, he has his own record label as well. Very fancy, I must say. Anyway, let's go on to the next track then. So that is from the Snuts, and that's going to be Seasons as the single. And then after that, we've got the double header of music, of which we have a submission from a lovely couple, and it is the Mann and I, and we will feature that very, very soon. But first, the Snuts and Seasons.
Just hold on me if you find yourself starting to feel nothing but all this tranquilizer numb in your mind. Just hold on me if you find yourself starting to be nothing but a wholesome soul survival, losing time. So tell me how you feeling. What are you feeling in dreams? Have you been stuck in the seasons and made those plans to believe in? So tell me how you feeling. What are you feeling in dreams? Have you been stuck in the seasons and made those plans to believe
That was the Snuts with their latest single, Seasons, and they're actually going on tour very, very soon as well. So they're going to be, so this is from the end of April to the beginning of May, and they're going to be at Dublin Button Factory on the 27th of April, all the way to Manchester, London on the 30th at the O2 Kentish Town and Forum, 5th of May at the Cardiff Globe, 6th of May, Leeds, University Stylus, and the 9th of May, Edinburgh. So Dublin, Manchester, London, Cardiff, Leeds, and Edinburgh. They're going to be all over the shop. But yes, that was the track Seasons by the Snuts. So it's going to be the doubleheader of Music Time. And we're actually going to be playing two songs which are very different from each other. That's how this part of the podcast goes. And this is going to be first a submission from the Mann and I. They sent this very kindly to me a few weeks back, and I said, yeah, I'm more than happy to play this. This is a fantastic single, and they're only just starting out as well as a couple, so this is really, really nice. So this duo, this is their first single, or first public single, I guess you could say, and this is going to be Bad Publicity. And then afterwards we have the Peach Fuzz, and this is going to be the track that Outside Looking In, a very, very catchy track, I must say. If you are not dancing around in your living room, in the car, or even on, on the loo, if you're on the loo, have a good dance around to this track. That'd be a weird situation, listening to this on the loo. So the doubleheader of music is next, and we've got the Man and I, Bad Publicity, and then the Peach Fuzz after that with the Outside Looking In, and we only got one more track. So we're nearly finished, but I will leave you with these two tracks, and I will speak to you all in a bit.
You say that you want me, but I can only hide, 'cause that is all that I know, and I'm sorry. Say that you love me, but I can only run, 'cause that is all that I know, and I'm sorry. Please don't hold this against me. Please don't hold this against me. I'm not begging, but baby, please. It's bad publicity. You say that you trust me, but I couldn't bite my tongue, 'cause I love the attention. Guess I'm sorry.
The Man and I with Bad Publicity you first heard on the doubleheader of music on the Music Scout, and then you just heard Peach Fuzz with The Outside Looking In, both really, really good singles, and it's really good to hear such diversity for the podcast as well. So that is going to be it for today. You've got one more song to come, which is a nice 6.5 minute long song, so you can't complain, and that's going to come from Karine Polwart, and that's going to be The Whole of the Moon. It is a gorgeous song, to say the least. There's xylophones in there, there's violins, I can't think of anything else that starts with like that rhymes with the two. Anyway, so yes, that is going to be the end of today's podcast. Thank you all very much for joining me. I will make sure it is not such a big gap from the last one, as we've got a lot of music to get through. I've been listening to a lot of amazing music over these past few weeks, and it's time that I shared it all with you. So I'm really looking forward to coming back. Might even do a bumper session at one point during March. It is already March 2020. Hope you're all well as well, obviously with what's going on out there. But regardless of that, yes, we're going to have Karine Polwart close the show, but if you do want to get in contact like the man and I did, it's themusicscoutpodcast@gmail.com. You can email me there, or you can find our contact page on the website, which is www.themusicscout.co.uk. Other than that, you've also got these social media pages, which is The Music Scout on Facebook and The Music Scout with a little underscore on Twitter. So thank you all very much for joining me, and I will speak to you all very, very soon with 7 more artists, or maybe more. I'll see how I feel. I might put 7, I might put 14, who knows. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now with Karine Polwart, and this is going to be her single, The Whole of the Moon. Do enjoy, and I will speak to you all very soon. Ta-ra!
I pictured a rainbow. You held it in your hands. I have flashes. You saw the plans. I wandered out in the world for years. You just stayed in your room. I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon. You saw the whole of the moon. You were there at the turnstiles with the wind at your heels. You stretched for the stars. You know how it feels to reach too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon. You saw the whole of the moon. I was grounded, but you filled the sky. I was dumbfounded by truth. You cut through lies. I saw the rain-dirty valley, and you saw Brigadoon. I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon. You saw the whole of the moon. I spoke about wings, but you just flew. I wondered, I guessed, and I tried. You just knew. I sighed. You swooned. I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon. You saw the whole of the moon. pocket and a wind at your heels. You climbed on a ladder. You know how it feels to reach too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon. You saw the whole of the moon. Unicorns and cannonballs and palaces and piers, trumpets, towers and tenements, wide oceans full of tears, rags, flags, ferry boats, scimitars and scarves, every precious dream and vision underneath the stars. You climbed on the ladder with the wind in your sails, came like a comet, blazing your trail, too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of